plug 4.
They lie, yeah, this is True Boy plug number 2.
Boss plug 1.
Maceo plug 3.
Yeah.
De La Soul on Teletunes. Yeah.
Hey, welcome to this edition of Teletunes. Well, that was De La Soul that we started out tonight's show with, and De La Soul, coincidentally, was one of the bigger acts at the 1996 KTCL Big Adventure at Fiddler's Green, and we are backstage with the guys from De La Soul. So first of all,
how you doing, y'all? My name is Dave, plug number 2.
PA Mace plug number 3.
Boss plug 1.
That's plug 4 over there, y'all.
what does plug 1 mean?
This plug is just like a word meaning effort. Effort number 1, effort number 2, effort number 3.
Oh, right on. Cool. And so I don't want to ask you guys right now. You're at a show and you're playing with groups like Love and Rockets, and you're playing with who's playing Fishbone? Yeah, I drew a blank there. Yeah, and so that's obviously a different type of musical genre from you guys supposedly. And why do you run in those circles, and how do you think it affects your audience?
Well, it's kind of cool. I mean, for one, we find ourselves fans of some of these bands sometimes. Seeing them on MTV, and just opening, I guess, our minds and broadening, the type of music that we listen to. So it's cool for us to even check out some of the bands that we, admire. We've done shows with Fishbones in the day, so that was kind of cool to see them again. But it's cool for us. I mean, we've always had an audience that, that can be as broad as, all black, all white, young brothers, young sisters, older folks. But we don't really matter who's in the crowd, just as long as they're in the crowd enjoying themselves.
So and your crowd now here obviously is a much different type of crowd. It's a more alternative type of rock crowd. And judging by the way your performance went out there, they loved you. And so do you think that's going to break new barriers for you?
Not to sound like I'm on myself, but I think it has broken barriers a long time ago. The fact that we do the type of music that we do, and just the type of music that we're into, and you can see out there that's the crowd that pretty much remember De La from 3 Feet High and Rising, and also the audience that's out there that are truly De La fans that can get into us for our artistic views and things like that. So.
Well, you guys, I know that with the album De La Soul is Dead, you kind of wanted to get away from some of the image that you made from your first album, and so do you think this is all going along with that same route, and why would you want to get rid of that image to begin with?
I guess it's just not to be stuck in an image, so when that day and time dies, I guess it's not to be stuck with that image. So if that day, and if there's a day for that image to die, you die along with it. No one wants to get stuck with wearing bright colors and flowers and stuff like that, and when the next thing is to wear plaid, you're like stuck out there. So we didn't want any kind of image to stick on us. We appreciated the fact that people could lash on to what we did and, call us the hippies of hip-hop. And maybe it did remind them of a 60s feel or a Woodstock feel, but, that was never what we intended to do. But we appreciate the fact that people could stick on to us like that in a way, but we just also want to let them know that as the years have gone by and as they go, we just become different people. We learn a lot of different things, and we just become different people, and our music is going to be different all the time.
Right. Well, De La Soul, as the interview's not over, we're going to be talking a little bit more in this show with De La Soul a little bit later on, and I just want to say De La Soul played, and the crowd loved them. They chewed them up. They loved them. So we'll be back in a little bit later with more De La Soul. Here we are! Welcome back to Teletunes. We're still here backstage with the guys from De La Soul. And I just want to let you know, today is Monday, July 1st. Tomorrow is Tuesday, July 2nd. And if you're a big De La Soul fan, well, tomorrow is a prime day for you to head on out to the record store because De La Soul's new album called Steak is High, that is going to be hitting the stores tomorrow. So tell me about this album. What's new creatively for you guys?
It's a cool album. Last album we tried a lot of, acoustics. Had a lot of people playing live, from jazz musicians to, everyday bass players, whatever. This album is more or less a 90s feel.
What is 90s feel?
Rough beats, nice melodic tunes, but definitely that tough bass line behind it to support it. Rhymes are more understandable this time around. In the past, we've written lyrics where people really can't understand where we're coming from. They can catch some of it, but it takes a lot of sitting down and deciphering. We made things a bit easier for people to get this time around. Also, as always, we have guest stars on the album. We have the R&B act, Janae is on the album, Common Sense out of Chicago is on the album. And we have two new individuals, one individual by the name of Truth and one individual by the name of Most Def. Just spreading some new talent on the album.
And you guys have been featured on somebody else's album, as a matter of fact, or in a video. You're going to be in the Fuji's new video for,
Yeah.
is that right?
So, and I think Desperado's video too. So, as they use some of the clips from Killing Me Softly and Desperados.
And what do you guys do in this video?
Watching a movie that's taking place where Fuji's watching Roberta Flack.
Just chilling with my girls.
Just basically sitting there just chilling, supposed to be watching a movie.
So who's the creative genius behind De La Soul? Who would you guys say, who would you attribute your creativity to?
To life. That's, we try to not mimic what life is about, but more or less, try to relay what we've seen in life, and that's what we attribute all we do, Artistically, we put our heads together and become, a unit.
So it's a team effort.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And one last question before we get, do you think hip-hop is on the way out, or what do you think about that?
Hip-hop is here to stay. It's a bit stagnated right now, but we're not here to change what's going on, just hope bring a balance to what's happening. I mean, over the years, you had all this gangster, negative stuff being promoted, and now we're just trying to bring a balance back to the music, with groups such as, us, Fuji's, Tribe Called Quest, Jungle Brothers, Goody Mob, The Roots, and loads of others.
So the market's still there?
Yeah, I definitely believe the market is there, and I think the people, bottom line, just ready for something different, want a little change in what's going on right now.
Well, they've been trendsetters for years, as a matter of fact. De La Soul is still breaking down barriers and still setting the trend for lots of popular new music. Here's their new album. Here's a new song from the new album, The Stakes is High.
5 seconds.
Tomorrow.
5 seconds.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, stakes is high.
So go on out there.
Rap in the 90s.
Coming up in just a few moments, it's more music videos with Punk TV, a Music Link special, next on Public Television Channel 12.